Are we on? What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Miles Life
Mine's
here.
Life here.
And we wanted to come on and talk to y'all today. Time
Yeah.
for a new video. We're going to be doing more and more and more and more videos. All right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about emotional bank accounts today.
Yes, yes.
So, what's in your bank account?
Right.
And your emotion? What kind of emotions do you have?
And this topic doesn't and not only applies to couples, it applies to you individually.
Mhm. How much love are you putting in your bank account? Whether you love from yourself or how much love are you giving to others too? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, that's going to take away from your bank account. So you want to make sure that you're adding to it. Add love
Mm-hmm.
to yourself. If you're not getting love, give love. One, give love to yourself and then give love to others. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that emotional bank account, that's what we're talking about tonight.
It is
Emotional bank account.
huge. So, a lot of times we get into relationships and we feel like, okay, all the work is done.
Done.
So now I don't have to put forth any extra added effort. This is my partner. We're married. We're in the relationship. We're a year in. She's in or he's in.
Right. Finally, I can relax. I don't have to worry about going out here finding nobody and dating and all that stuff. What? So you just basically saying, all right, I'm done. I'm giving up. That's it. I've done my part. I've said I do, and that's it.
Right, right. But the reality is like it's work you got to put in every day.
Every day. If you wake up every day, you putting in work
Right.
in that emotional bank account. Everything we do is a bid for affection, right?
Right.
So if you want someone to love you or to be with you, you have to treat them right. You have to treat them right. Or you have to communicate with them. You have to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love them. All of these things are part of that emotional bank account.
Yes. So from the macro to the micro level, you really have to be mindful of these things.
Mindful.
In any setting, if you're at work and you've been there for years and nobody ever says, thank you for what you've done, or, here's this promotion, or, we really need you to take this function on because you're so good. If that never happens, or those opportunities for growth or recognition or, just validation come into play at work, you feel like, do I need to be here? You get depleted after a while.
Mm-hmm.
In your relationships, if it's the same routine and nobody ever takes that special attention or time that they did, like in the beginning, and you're all in, right? You're putting on your best outfits, you're going out on dates, you're saying kind words, you're doing all these things to get that person to really be into you, right? But if all that dies out, how do you feel? Depleted.
You feel depleted. You put in all this effort, all this. Now, of course, you want to put in the effort because you're trying to pursue this newfound love, this new energy. This, when we're gonna slide. You know what I'm saying? So all this newfound energy and this love and all these things that you're trying to express and feel. A lot of times, when you're putting those things out, if you don't get that back in return, you feel like, oh, why am I putting forth this effort? And this other person isn't putting forth the effort.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about it, just like, no, I'm going to put forth the effort because this is the person that I am. And if they're not reciprocating it, eventually they're going to understand that they don't deserve you because they will be without you. Because then you'll start realizing that, you know what? I'm doing all these things. They're not doing anything for me. So my emotional bank account is full from me, but it's empty from that other person.
Right.
They're not putting anything in it. They're not adding to it.
They're not putting in that work.
They're taking.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking. You know what I'm saying? So it's a negative thing. What's going on, Elijah? Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, out there. Yeah. So if you have questions about this, please put it in the chats. Let us know what you're thinking about. Do you ever feel depleted emotionally?
I mean, a lot of people feel tired after work. They feel like they've been drained. Like people from work have been draining them, asking them all kind of questions or trying to get them jammed up with the work that they do or take credit for the work that they did. So a lot of people don't feel loved. And it's not just work. You can think about relationship wise. It could be friends. Some friends you feel like, you know what? I don't get enough talk time. I don't get enough this. I don't get enough that. So it's a lot of things that we feel slighted and angry and frustrated about. add love to yourself. Add
Mm-hmm.
love to yourself. That I'm telling you, when you're able to add love to yourself, then you're able to see the good in the things that you do, and also the things that you want to help exhibit in other people's lives. You want to help them with stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you want to help them with stuff. And I mean, that's just it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're trying to do our videos to where we're not preachy to you and say, oh, you gotta do this.
No, we want it to be conversational,
Mm-hmm.
and really just bring good points so that your relationships and your lives improve. That's our goal here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me just read through some things that really help, you know, build up that emotional bank account in others, so to speak. So in relationships with other people, a lot of times simple things like bringing home groceries, you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe cooking a meal, shopping together, going out for dinner, going out to movies. And I know all this is hard right now, so um, helping around the house, like maybe self improvement, fixing that sink that's been leaking for the past month.
And some of y'all, but if it's something that you don't do around the house, do it, and then watch how your partner says, "Oh man, what? You cleaned up, or you washed dishes, or you washed clothes, or you folded clothes? Like what?" But the more they see you doing stuff like that, guess what? They'll start appreciating it. And they'll take notice of it. And people that one of their love language is act of service. They see that act of service, and then they want to draw you close. They want to spend more time. They start being nicer to you.
Right.
All of these things because they're not mad and frustrated for you not washing the dishes and not folding the clothes. Not because a lot of those things they've been fussing at anyway.
Right.
So think about old past arguments and things that they fussed at you about. Go do those things, because what's funny is guys call us after their girlfriend has left them for the things that they didn't do, and they're like, man, she was telling me that all I need to do this, I need to do that, and I just didn't do it. Now I want to do it.
Right.
So think about them arguments, man. If somebody's telling you something, I'm mad at you because you did this, because you did that. Okay, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And or correct it. You know what I'm saying? Like correct it.
Correct it. And it's for the betterment of you both. If your partner's happy, you'll be happy.
Get that growth in. That growth.
It shouldn't be about them versus me, us versus them.
If it is, then y'all are on two separate playing fields.
Right.
Y'all versus each other and not a collective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be one. You want to be united. And if you're not united, then what's the relationship then? What's the relationship?
Right. Right. And a lot of times you can't be united until you understand. So that's why it's important to add in to this emotional bank account, right? So what else we got? Hosting a get together.
Yeah.
Thinking about each other during the day, maybe sending that text message. Or
I love you text message.
A letter,
thinking about you, whatever it is.
Yes.
A lot of times, we got new ways of sending each other little texts, little slide, little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let people know that we're thinking about them. Just small things. All those small things add up to big things. Because stop doing it and see what happens. Stop doing it.
Praying together.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Absolutely.
getting up early and saying, you know what, here's some breakfast. Mm-hmm. Yard work. But yes.
If you work together, you work together. Some people love working in the yard together. It just all depends on.
Yeah, if you like gardening and being out in nature. Yeah. Maybe even planning a trip out in nature with one another.
Hey, if you connect with the earth, I guarantee you all y'all frustrations and everything will go away, because you'll be able to get rid of some of that negative energy that's been kind of stagnant on your body. Take your shoes off and walk in the grass. Walk around in the grass. And hold your palms up to the sky. Feel that energy.
Feel it.
Feel that energy.
Yep. So alone time. If you say, you know what, I'm going to make sure the kids are asleep. I'm going to turn this TV off. I'm going to put my phone up. And just spend time with one another. Unplug for a minute. Yeah. Go into places that you may not like to go, but you want to go as a group or together, museums or zoos or whatever's open where you can find that person has an interest. Attending a class together, learning something together is huge. Maybe getting a book, reading together. Watching a great program or movie or video or something educational so you can learn together.
Do something scary together. A fear bond.
Fear
You know,
bond.
so fear bonds are great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you stand on the edge of the ledge and say, you know what, we're gonna jump together.
Yes.
You know, not jumping off to hurt yourself. No, you jump into a big net. But let's do it together.
Yes.
That fear bond is something that you will always look back on. You know, think about like say, Naked and Afraid. Think about that. Those people that if they do make it out, they always stay in contact because they fear for their lives out there. You know, that fear bond. You know, if you two go through something that was a very scary situation, you can always fall back on that and see how you handle those situations. Did y'all stick together? Did y'all talk? Did y'all communicate? How did you handle it?
Yes.
And if you didn't handle it in the well, I can't really say right or wrong because you know how you handle is how you handle. You know, that's how you deal with your stuff. You know, we ain't gonna judge you on that. But the way you want to deal with any conflict, communicate. Communicate, man.
Fear bonds are huge.
Fear bonds,
and there's so much change right now, which is creating a lot of fear. So it is bringing us together in ways we didn't think we could be together.
Right.
So just be mindful of that too. Traveling, maybe taking a little road trip somewhere.
Ooh, if you could sit in the car with somebody for 4-5 hours, you know, driving, talking, listening to music, they have them singing in your ear, they eating snacks, stuff everywhere, popcorn flying, and you just enjoying yourself. There's no place you would rather be than that's the one for you.
That's the one.
That's the one. Now, if you on this trip and as soon as you get it, you just stop at your first gas station stop and you're like, man, I can't wait. You want to jump out the bathroom window? You know what I'm saying? To just take out, get you an Uber. You know what I'm saying? That may not be the one for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so yeah, take a trip, get out, enjoy each other's company. You know, get rid of some of the distractions of home and being in the same town or city or whatever. Get out, go to a different place.
You know, order some takeout, listen to some music together.
Staycation can be good too.
We can't really go out now, but you know, bring the party home.
Mm-hmm.
Crank up the music, you know.
Oh, when we first started dating, we lived in Chicago. Guess what? We had club nights at the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was tough getting past the bouncers and stuff, man, because you know they always patted me down like I don't know. They thought I was a thug or something. I don't know what it was. But yeah, I mean, but what we would do is, man, we'd mix drinks. We'd be in the kitchen, in the living room, whatever, had the music on, bumping. We stand there fully clothed, looking good like we're in the club, got the drip on, everything. Feeling good. You know, now we may have been pre-gaming before we get ready to go somewhere, whatever. But we made that club night. So we enjoyed ourselves so much to where we just started doing that on a regular routine weekend. Whether we wasn't going anywhere, but we were staying in, but we was chilling. We found that we was chilling hard. And then when our friends started figuring out what we was doing, then they started coming over to the house for club night. I'm like, man, I should start charging y'all cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started looking into getting some groups, some entertainment, because we need to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. Like, implement those things in your household. Implement those things in your relationship. It's important.
Take up a new hobby together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe like start doing something artistic.
Right.
Some pottery, some painting.
Oh, some pottery. Hey, you know what? Hey, why don't you do the, you know what I'm saying? Do the ghosts. You know what I'm saying?
Ghosts. Yeah.
Some people don't like dirt. I don't know about women with dirt and mud slinging in their hair. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, we work through it.
Volunteer together. Maybe go to something in the community. Join a professional organization together, like maybe your chamber or somewhere where you can network together.
Mm-hmm.
Plan vacations. Go walk your dog. Do some board games if you like that. Puzzles.
Quality time.
Yeah.
Quality time. It boils down to quality time. You know, spend that quality time. Now, if you're spending time fussing and arguing and everything, that's not quality time. That's not quality time. If you're arguing and you're looking at each other mean and stuff like that, it's not quality time. It's time.
Yes.
It's more like you doing time.
Elijah, you're getting on the road soon.
Yeah. You're gonna start driving soon. Elijah got getting the license ready, huh?
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good.
All right, y'all. Well, emotional bank accounts.
Put that
Very
work in.
important.
Put that love in. Put that work in.
A lot of times we're taught that it's selfish to focus on your own self-care. But it is so important to your mental health, your overall health, to your career health, spiritual health, friendships, relationships,
Everything.
everything. Yes.
It's all in how you feel. And how you feel about yourself is the most important, because if you feel bad about yourself, then your life is going to dictate that. Your life is going to express that. Your life is going to show you all these bad things that you feel like that you're bad at.
Right.
Flip it around. All the things that you're great at, all the things that you're good at, your life will start bringing those things too.
Right.
So it's all on what you think about,
So
what
if
you're
you're
focusing
focused on the negative end of the stick, you're going to get more of the negative end of the stick.
Negative end of the stick. That's what you're going to get.
So if you don't feel good, you're on that negative end of the stick.
Bow. Just bow. Negative end. If you're on the good end, guess what? Guess what? We balling. We balling. We great. I feel like I could be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a song. I know I'm a millionaire, but I feel like I could be a zillionaire. Hey, that's a song. That's a song. That's a song. I can be a zillionaire too. J and B, coming for the paper. You know what I'm saying? So it's a race to the paper, right? Race to the paper. We want to tell you we love y'all, and that's why we come on and do this, because we want to see your relationships grow. Any mental cages, any stress, any frustration, anything like that you may be going through, we want to free you from any mental cages.
That's right.
Any mental cages. We love y'all.
We love you.
Son of Sauce.
Nice life.